Parents of tweens, if you're familiar with far-off drop-offs...
Dad, stop, right here.
Or get DMs about what's for dinner, you may be experiencing tween milestones. For your son or daughter, these can start at age 9. HPV vaccination, a type of cancer prevention against certain HPV-related cancers, can start then too.
For most, HPV clears on its own. But for those who don't clear the virus, it can cause certain cancers later in life.
Embrace this phase. Help protect them in the next.
Ask their doctor today about HPV vaccination. Brought to you by Merck.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Knowing you could be saving money for the things you really want, like that dream house or ride, is a great feeling. That's why the State Farm Personal Price Plan can help you save when you choose to bundle home and auto. Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Polestar. There's only one true way to experience the all-electric luxury SUV Polestar 3, and that's to take a test drive. It can go from 0 to 60 in as little as 4.8 seconds with the dynamic handling of a sports car. But to truly understand how it commands the road, you need to be behind the wheel. Up to 350 miles of range, the 3D surround sound system by Bowers & Wilkins. It's all something you have to experience to believe. So book your test drive for Polestar 3 today at Polestar.com.
If you went on a road trip and you didn't stop for a Big Mac or drop a crispy fry between the car seats or use your McDonald's bag as a placemat, then that wasn't a road trip. It was just a really long drive. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At participating McDonald's.
Abstract. Getting your ideas heard and influencing outcomes at work can be challenging given modern distractions and information overload. This practitioner-focused brief explores evidence-based communication strategies for capturing attention and gaining buy-in. Drawing from research in cognitive psychology, persuasion, and leadership storytelling, it provides guidance on crafting compelling messages through narrative structure, formatting for visual engagement, and crafting an persuasive opening statement. Evidence and resolution. The brief also offers tips for delivering ideas interactively to different learning styles while empowering participation over passivity. Real-world case studies from Patagonia, Anthropic, and Discovery Education demonstrate effective application across industries. By understanding human cognition and facilitating collaborative discovery, communicators can inspire others towards shared goals through respect, understanding, and inspiration over directives. Being able to effectively communicate your ideas and gain buy-in from others is crucial for professional success. However, getting people to genuinely listen can be challenging in today's noisy, distraction-filled workplace. After years of consulting with organizations and conducting research on leadership communication, I've gained valuable insights into why some individuals and messages get through while others fall on deaf ears. Today I will share what the literature says about capturing attention and influencing others, along with real-world strategies you can use right away to ensure you are being truly heard at your company. Understanding human attention and persuasion to effectively connect with others. It's important to first understand how human attention and persuasion actually work. According to research on cognitive biases and dual processing theory, people have limited cognitive resources and unconsciously rely on mental shortcuts or heuristics to process vast amounts of information. Kahneman, 2011. This means that to break through the inherent mental noise all individuals experience, you need to gain their immediate interest and frame your message in a simple, compelling way that taps into their emotions and existing views. One powerful yet often underutilized tool for capturing attention is storytelling. Stories have been shown to fully engage our brains in a way that lists of facts and figures cannot. When you relate your ideas through narrative, by painting a picture. Bringing concepts to life through vivid examples and giving them emotional resonance, it activates the listener's imagination and puts them right in the scene. Denning. 2011. This early emotional connection is key, as people decide within the first few seconds of hearing you speak whether they will truly listen or tune out. Neasy. 2017. Formatting for attention in a digital world with smartphones. Notifications and an endless stream of online content vying for everyone's limited focus. The modern workplace presents unprecedented challenges for getting your message heard. However, leveraging just a few principles of visual formatting can increase reader engagement with any written materials. Use headings, bullets, and white space generously, breaking up blocks of text with clear hierarchies. Lists and spacing between paragraphs helps guide the eye and makes the content feel less intimidating. Nielsen. 2012. Emphasize key takeaways. Pull out your top 1 to 3 main points in a visually distinct format like bolding. Larger font or colored text so readers can easily extract the essence without parsing your whole writing. Tuft. 2006. Consider a thumbnail introduction for long-form materials. Include an enticing 150-word overview at the beginning that previews your compelling insights and conclusions to immediately capture interest. Rufus. 2017. Format alone will not make a dry or uninspired message resonate. But thoughtfully applying visual design cues informed by human cognition research increases the chances of your brilliant ideas actually getting a fair hearing. Crafting a persuasive message. The core of any successful communication is a proficiently crafted message. When constructing what you want to convey at work, keep these evidence-based message-building techniques in mind. Use a succinct, credible opening statement. Grab people up front by leading with a concise, digestible assertion supported by your credentials or established facts. A high-quality opening statement serves as an persuasive hook that engages listeners and leads smoothly into your fuller perspective. Cialdini. 2007. Tell a compelling narrative arc for additional buy-in. Structure your key points along a classic story arch of a problem, conflict and resolution through your proposed solution. Relate failure but emphasize eventual triumph. Stories that follow the heroic journey archetype are profoundly motivating. Campbell. 2008. Provide concrete evidence and logic while emotional stories get initial interest. Back up your narrative with specific quantitative and qualitative proofs people can reference to feel confident in your thinking. Layering on factual credibility builds steady persuasion through the entirety of your pitch. Stone and Heen. 2014. Close on an optimistic note of shared purpose after outlining challenges and your approach. End by reiterating the shared benefits and purpose your idea achieves for all parties. Frame your solution as advancing a collective mission people genuinely care about. Beyond any single viewpoint or agenda. Glazer, 2017. Crafting communications according to what 20 years of social science has uncovered about human decision-making and motivation stacks the odds of your message sticking and gaining the allies you need. Don't leave persuasiveness to chance, systematically build it in. Delivering to engage and empower. Simply having a great message or idea is not enough on its own. How you share it is just as vital. Your delivery method and style must match your objective of genuinely moving people to action through an engaging, empowering experience. Consider interactive formats for buying in over passivity. Try facilitating a collaborative brainstorming session or break participants into roundtable discussions where they apply concepts to real-work challenges. Interactive workshops foster greater retention and follow-through compared to static presentations. Brockbank. McGill and Beach, 2002. Adapt to diverse learning styles. Incorporate a balance of visual, auditory and kinesthetic elements into your delivery. Some will grasp concepts instantly through images and diagrams. while others need sequential logical steps or physical doing and trying. Meeting different cognitive preferences increases total comprehension. Gardner, 2011. Express confidence, not complacency. Display self-assurance through poised body language. Tone of conviction and language of possibility, not entitlement. People respond to confident leaders who acknowledge obstacles sincerely without acting as if challenges are beneath them. Gray. 2010. Empower ownership of ideas rather than dictating solutions yourself. Foster ownership by asking open-ended questions, actively listening to feedback and gently modifying your perspective based on group insights. Facilitating discovery imbues far more personal motivation than instruction could. Heffetz, 1994. When people experience influence efforts as interactive, shaping events that respect diverse perspectives and empower their own agency, they feel trusted as equal partners in progress. This cultivates long-term champions for your initiatives across an organization. Industry applications. 3 companies doing it right. The following real-world case studies demonstrate how the strategies above have been successfully applied in different industry contexts. Patagonia. Environmental storytelling. Outdoor apparel brand Patagonia engages employees and customers through compelling narratives illustrating their sustainability values. Founder Yvonne Chenard shares failure archives recounting product mistakes, building trust. Public-facing documentaries like Rivers and Roads foster environmental stewardship as a cultural mission everyone feels invested in through emotional stories. Rather than directives. Patagonia, 2021. Anthropic. Prioritizing persuasive AI safety startup Anthropic gains recruitment and funding support via long-form persuasive essays addressing existential concerns through a lens of optimism and shared responsibility. Technical work is complemented by approachable blog posts ensuring the general public understands and wants to cooperate with their vision. Anthropic. 2022. Discovery Education. Interactive learning platforms education technology nonprofit Discovery Education motivates classroom adoption leveraging an intuitive website and mobile apps that make curricula accessible and exciting through visually rich explorations students can partake in together. Compelling formats keep both teachers and children engaged in collaborative learning journeys. Discovery Education. 2022. Tailoring delivery to specific industries and missions. Each organization above has found success capturing hearts and minds through well-crafted stories, invitations to participate, and commitments to building understanding over passivity or directives. Their harmonization of message, medium, and values cultivates influence through inspiration rather than imposition. Conclusion: get heard by making others feel heard in this busy, distracting age. Gaining true attention demands more than just good ideas. It takes proficient communication strategies informed by what science has uncovered about human nature and decision-making. By structuring messages intriguingly through narrative, presentation formats respecting diverse needs and facilitating collaborative discovery processes, you invite participation rather than demanding obedience. Professionals able to connect on this level, conveying perspectives through stories that engage minds and move hearts, will consistently impact outcomes and rally support for their initiatives. Most of all, those who listen sincerely to understand multiple viewpoints, rather than just wait their turn to speak, fosters an organizational culture where diverse insights can combine for everyone's greatest benefit. Influence is a two-way street. Get heard by first ensuring others feel heard. Whether crafting presentations, written communications, or facilitating discussions, remember audience needs above all else and amplify your messages with the guiding light of social science. When handled correctly, influence can uplift teams towards shared purposes rather than manipulate or divide. I wish you the very best in communicating your visions for positive change.